Hello everyone, my name is Gayaza from Gayaza High School and I'm doing Trigonometry, number 3, part A. So the question says, show that in a triangle ABC, if 2s is equal to a plus b plus c, 1 minus tan a half of a, tan a half of b is equal to c out of s. Yeah, so when you look at this, you're going to quickly switch to angles in a triangle because that's what they have told us. You're looking at angles in a triangle, and in a triangle, you know, we have 3 major angles, A and B and C, and they have told us that 2s is equal to a plus b plus c. This is got from the UNEB mathematical tables on page 61. That's where you find a formula for angles in a triangle. So when I see a half of a, meaning this is half angles. So I'm going to, still on the mathematical tables, page 61, you can find a formula that expresses tan a half of a in the form of a, b, c, and s. So from the tables, we have tan over half a as square root of s minus b into s minus c out of s minus a. I mean s into s minus a. And from this I can also deduce the tan over half of b. So that will be tan a half of b is square root of s minus a into s minus c out of s into s minus b. So I'm going to substitute in this and I substitute in here. Every time you prove or show something, it's better to use the side that has a lot of things because you can easily work them than, because from here you have to substitute for c and it will be a longer process. So you have, using the left hand side, 1 minus a half a tan a half b will be 1 minus square root of s minus b into s minus c out of s into s minus a times square root of s minus a into s minus c out of s into s minus b. So from this, I'm going to put this whole thing under 1 square root. So I have 1 minus s minus b into s minus c this is s minus b, this is going to be s minus a. And when I multiply s minus c with s minus c, I'll get s minus c squared. This will become out of s times s is s squared into s minus a into s minus b. So this s minus b and this are going to cancel out, and this are also going to cancel out. So I remain with 1 minus and the square root s minus c squared out of s squared. This will become 1 minus, when I find the square root on both, I'll have s minus c out of s. Okay. I don't think you can see down here, so I'm going to transfer it here. My 1 minus tan over half a, tan over half b will become s out of, here I'll remain with s minus s. This is in brackets because this negative is supposed to affect this negative. So you have s minus s plus c. This s becomes 0, so you remain with c out of s which is what is required for you to prove. Good morning, everyone. My name is Najawa Tracy from Gayaza High School, and I'll be presenting question 3B in the section of trigonometry. So the question says, prove that 4 times inverse of 1/5 minus tan inverse of 1 out of 239 is equal to 5/4. So I'm going to opt to take the left-hand side. So I'll start with the left-hand side. So you start from the left-hand side. So you look at your equation. When you look at your equation, you realize that you can express tan inverse 1/5 as equal to A. So we are letting, yeah? So when you let tan inverse of 1/5 as equal to A, you realize that tan A is going to be equal to 1/5. You do the same for this part. So you let tan inverse of 1/239 as equal to B. You realize that tan B is going to be equal to 1/239. So when you look at this equation, this statement and this statement, and you relate them with your question, you realize that you have 4A minus B. So we introduce tan. So tan into 4A minus B. When you look at this, you realize we're going to express them into compound angles. So therefore we have tan of 4A minus tan B out of 1 plus tan 4A tan B. So you realize we have tan 4A, but in our statements we only have tan A. So we're going to look for ways to express tan 4A as tan B. So from double angle formula, you realize that tan 4A can be expressed as 2 tan 2A out of 1 minus tan squared 2A. We have tan 2A but not tan A. So we're going to express tan 2A as tan A. So from tan 2A, double angle formula, you realize that 2 tan A out of 1 minus tan squared A. So now we have tan A. So since our tan A was equal to 1/5, we substitute and we have our tan 2A is equal to 2 into 1 out of 5 out of 1 minus 1 out of 5 squared. When you put this into your calculator, you have 5/12. So we have tan 2A, and you can express this into tan 4A. So tan 4A will therefore be equal to 2 into 5/12 out of 1 minus 5/12 squared. When you put this into your calculator, you have 120 out of 119. So from this, you realize you have tan 4A, and our first compound angle formula had tan 4A minus B is equal to tan 4A minus tan B out of 1 plus tan 4A tan B. So we can substitute. I hope you're still following. So our tan for A is 120 out of 119. So therefore tan for A minus B is going to be equal to 120 out of 119 minus our tan B, if you remember, was 1 out of 239. Out of 1 plus our tan for A, which was 120 out of 119 times our tan B, which was 1 out of 239. So therefore, when you compute this, you have tan into 4A minus B is equal to 1.0004219,261. Compute the denominator, you also have 1.00421219261. These cancel, and you have tan 4A minus B is equal to 1. So we're going to take the inverse. So 4A minus B is equal to tan inverse of 1. So therefore, 4A minus B is going to be equal to 45. So 45 expressed in radian what is going to be pi over 4. I hope we all know how to get that. It will be 45 out of 180 times 5. So therefore, 4A minus B is going to be pi over 4. And from our first expression, the kind of stuff, realize that if we compute it back, we'll have 4 times inverse of 1 over 5 minus tan inverse of 1 out of 239 is going to be equal to pi over 4 as required.